thyself. Is the word says, take heed of your neighbors? Did he say take heed for your wife? Your husband? Your siblings? Just like this morning, there's a question when we're discussing that is it sin, the question says, if we are not going to the sanctuary and praise Father Yah because there is somebody that just like they don't want to see it or they don't want what they're doing. And I said, if your reason to going to the church is based on what people think and what people say, and not because you are going there to praise Father Yah and hear a word, then it is a sin for you. Because if you serve and go to this sanctuary because of somebody else, not because you want to praise and hear the word of Father Yah, then you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. You have no business in his house. That's why he says, take heed to yourself and keep your wife's soul, your sibling's soul, your parents' soul. No, thy soul, your own self. Lest, he said, thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen. Everything that you have, if you don't know yet, it is a blessing from Father. Hallelujah. Don't ever think that is because of your smartness. Don't you ever think that it's because it is the works of your hand. Don't ever think that your education, your skills give you those blessings. Right. Think again. Yeah. Father Yah just give it to you because he loves you. Not because of what you have, as you're going to be proud of it. That's why he says, lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, that you might forget. You don't forget. Father Yah said, these things, I was the one who gave it to you. Don't ever be puffed up on what you're going to be and what you're going to accomplish on this life. Because in Job, Eob, this is what Eob said. In Job or Job chapter 31 verse 24, take a look at what Eob said. If I have made my gold, or if I have made gold my hope, whatever possessions do you have? How much money do you have in the bank? How much gold that you have hidden in your closet? How much properties you have acquired? If you put your hope on those things that you have acquired and you treasure, and have said to the fine gold, you will say, thou art my confidence. And if I rejoice because my wealth was great, and became mine hand had gotten much, you cannot even number what you have. And if I beheld the sun when it shined, or the moon walking in brightness, and my heart had been secretly enticed, or my mouth had kissed my hand. Everything that you have, you treasure it. Everything that you own, you put trust in Him, everything that Father Yah gave you in this world, you treasure more than what the one who gave this to you. Eve said, this, meaning what you're going to do or what you are doing right now, Job said, this is iniquity. And what did Job said? To be punished by the judge. Everything that we do and that we say will be accounted to you and me in the day of judgment. Yes. That's why it says, be careful on what you say. Be careful on what you do on this earth. Because it will be, in time, will be judged. Job said, will be punished by the judge, for I should have denied my Father, the Elohim who created heaven and earth, that is in above. Meaning you deny the fact that Father Yah exists on this world. You deny the fact that Father Yah is your Elohim. Right. You deny the fact that Father Yah is the one who made these things all possible for you. That's why he said, you will be liable to the judgment day. Job is saying that whatever you put your heart's desire, you will be judged accordingly. That's why a question is given to us where your heart is, especially on these days that most of us wants to have a taste of something on this earth. We want to have the taste of something. And I would like to remind our children that when you go out to the world, Father Yah should influence you, and vice versa. You should be the one influencing the world, not the world influencing you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Be careful on what you call friends. Be careful on those you go with. Don't be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You have no excuse. You have no excuse. That's why the word says it is so fearful. Is it fearful? That you will be found in the surroundings of the wicked people partaking with those things. In Devarim, Deuteronomy again, chapter 28, verse 47. I don't have the Bible, so I want the full verse of this. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. It says here, because thou serve not the Almighty Father Yah, your Elohim, with joyfulness. You drug yourself during the Shabbat. Instead of you wake up with a smile in your face, eager to come in His sanctuary, joyful to see your brothers and sisters, you arrive here with a frown in your face because your parents dragged you out of your bed. If somebody forcing you to serve Father Yah, because Father Yah knows the contents of our heart. You might fake it, but not Not in you. It says, because you did not serve Father Yahweh with the joyfulness of your meaning, you try to serve Him. You serve Him. But again, without the joy. You do His will again, but not with joy. Did you remember the writings on the wall during the time of Belshazzar, the son of Nebuchadnezzar? You are weighed. Then it says, found nothing? No, found one thing. Belshazzar has weighed but one thing. Are we going to experience the same thing? And Father Yahweh said, son, I wait you. You're almost there at the finish line, but then I found you one thing. We serve with a half-hearted heart. We serve with just a skin deep. So that people will say, oh, I saw Brother Dean this morning, which is good. But if you look Brother Dean's face, if you got a frown on his face, you might say, is he here with the joyfulness of his heart? Probably no. But who knows? You don't show yourself because you want to see anybody or you want yourself to be seen by anybody. You show yourself because you owe it to Father Yahweh.
Yeah.
You don't owe to anybody. That's why it is written, you do these things unto me. That's what our rabbi said. And everything you do, Rabbi said, you do it unto me. You don't do it because of your parents. You don't do it because of your siblings. You don't do it because Pastor Blackwell is so cool that you want to see him every Shabbat. You do it with the joyfulness in your heart and with the gladness of your heart and for the abundance of all things. I remember those brothers and sisters of us, but I don't know if you still call them brothers after all the things that we are, I don't know, who we are who to judge. I remember those people, they asked Father Yah to give them a blessing for a car. After Father Yah gave them a blessing of a car, and they promised that they're going to come here every Shabbat, but after they had that car, you cannot find them anywhere. After they got what they hoped and what they asked. Now the question is, did they really come with gladness during those days? Who are we to judge? But mind you, judgment is coming. And the book of Judges, in this book of Judges, chapter 16, we are going to deal with the story of Samson and Delilah. But I want you to understand the context of what Delilah said to Samson. In Judges chapter 16, verse 15, here's what it says. Judges chapter 16, verse 15. It says here, and she, Delilah, said unto him, to Samson, how canst thou say I love thee? Delilah said, why, Samson, you're saying that you love me? And yet, Delilah said, when thine heart is not with me. Is Samson guilty? Yes. Are we not the one guilty also when we say we love Father Yahweh? Okay. How can we say we love Father Yah if we cannot even obey what He told us to obey? Father Yah if we come into His sanctuary with a frown face and dragging ourselves? How can we say we love Father Yah if we are not doing His desires for us to do?
Right.
Do you remember what is written in the book of Psalms? When you say, delight yourself to Almighty Father Yah, and He will give you the desires of thy heart.
Hallelujah.
The desires of your heart. And then our rabbi said in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, he said, find, look, seek first and foremost the kingdom of Father Yah and His righteousness. Do you know what is His righteousness is? It is His word.
That's right.
And then He said, seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened. Ask and it will be given. And then He says in Lamentations chapter 3 verse 24. Look at Lamentations, what it says. Lamentations 3 verse 24. This is the book written by Jeremiah or Yirmiyahu or